Hey there, Mr. McKinney here. I'm just doing a quick recording for open house in case you can't make it tonight, or if you are coming tonight and just want to know what's going to be going on. I teach AP Calculus AB, and this year I'm teaching 6 sections of it, so it's the only course that I teach. I've got the test date for the AP exam down here in the corner. Everything that I'm doing in my course is designed around trying to prepare your student for the AP exam. So everything in class, out of class, it's all geared towards getting students ready for the AP exam. So you'll see that date on every slide, and it's posted all over my classroom because I want students keeping that in mind. So who am I? I'm a dad. I've got a 6-year-old who goes to Caldwell Heights Elementary. He's loving first grade. I've got a picture of him there from a trip a while ago. I also used to coach soccer for the school. I love to play soccer. I play it all the time. I was born in Colorado Springs, and I've lived in Colorado, Arizona, and Texas. I went to UT Austin and got my electrical engineering degree and psychology degree before realizing that I wanted to get into teaching. So I joined Teach for America and was placed in the Phoenix region, which is when I got my master's in secondary education. I taught in the Phoenix region for 6 years, and then I moved back to the Texas region. So I've been at Round Rock for 8 years. This is my 14th year altogether. I have tutorials every single day before school. I have tutorials every day during D-lunch. I only do after-school tutorials by appointment. I have my kid every other week. I'm divorced, and so I like to make sure I can go pick him up from school at the end of the day. So on the weeks that I don't have him, I can potentially stay after school, but I like to set those up by appointment only. So I'm here every day before school, every day during D-lunch. If neither of those times work, then I can set up an after-school appointment. You'll just need to reach out via email or let me know. My philosophy on teaching is a little bit different than others. To me, the most important thing that I can help students learn is how to be successful. And we just use calculus as a tool to practice things that will help them be successful. So I like them to focus on being successful rather than focusing on calculus itself or grades. Now, at the end of the day, we are getting ready for the AP exam in May. So I want them to be learning calculus along the way, but hopefully they're learning skills that will help them be successful. So these are the rules for my class, basically the things that I try to model on a daily basis to help them get ready for life outside of high school. As far as grades go, the vast majority of grades, or the grade for my course, will come from tests and quizzes. So between tests and quizzes, that's 90% of the grade. Tests and quizzes are always graded for accuracy. The homework is either a completion grade or it's in Math Excel, where they will have unlimited attempts. So students can get 100 as their homework if they're willing to put in the effort, because they have unlimited attempts. So even if they make mistakes, they can try it again. Now that's only worth 10% of their grade. So the big chunk of their grade, 90%, will come from tests and quizzes, which are graded for accuracy, where I'm able to see if they know what they're doing or not. We have quizzes at least once per week, sometimes more. Tests will happen twice per marking period, and each test is broken up into 2 parts, a calculator and a non-calculator portion. So we'll have 4 test grades, 2 tests broken up into 2 parts for each marking period. There's usually about 5 or 6 or 7 quizzes per marking period, and a lot of daily assignments, probably 20 or 30 by the end of the marking period. The last thing I wanted to talk about is that I'm using a flipped classroom model this year. All the quizzes and the tests are going to be the same whether your student has me or one of the other teachers. I'm the only one that's utilizing a flipped classroom model. And what I mean by that is before class starts, students are going to watch the videos over the content. And these are the videos that we used last year. And they're going to take notes before class. Then during class, instead of doing a full 90-minute version of the lecture, since they've already watched the content and taken notes on it, the lecture will be a much shortened version of it because I don't have to wait for students to copy anything down, and we can just jump into it. So after the mini lecture, we'll jump into practice problems right away. And then the last 30 to 45 minutes of class every day is essentially going to be work time, where what was traditionally homework and done at home will be happening during class, where students can work together and ask each other for help or ask me for help. At the end of the day, the reason that I want to flip the classroom is my goal is that the active learning where students are actually doing stuff and thinking and trying, will happen during school. And the passive learning, where students are just watching and copying things down, happens outside of school. In a traditional classroom, it's kind of flipped. Students are much more passive in the classroom, and then they're required to be active when they get home. And I'm trying to flip that so that the active portion happens during school, and the more passive portion is what's happening outside of school. Now, this is my first year utilizing the flipped classroom model, so there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me as well as the students. So I ask that you're patient and that you communicate with me if you're having issues or questions about it. I've got all my contact info here. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you want more information on any of this stuff, and I'd be happy to follow up either via email or phone call or video conference. I'm not using Schoology at all this year. Some teachers are, but I've chosen not to. So don't look for any of my stuff in Schoology. My website is going to be where students are going to get their information. So if you click on that link, and the students all know how to get to my website, but on my website, there's a link for Calculus AB, and then I created this one-stop shop, which essentially will have all of the information they need. So what videos they should work on before class, any documents that we're using in class that day, and then what homework is due the next day. So this single website should have the vast majority, if not everything, that they'll need for my class. So if they haven't found it yet, please encourage your student to find the one-stop shop on my website. Hope this was helpful. Definitely follow up if you have any questions, and I hope I get a chance to meet some of y'all tonight in person. Thank you.